The girl blindly stitched a double-sided tiger embroidery with her eyes covered. The next second the tiger roared and leapt out of the fabric. A panda in the bamboo forest swung its bamboo and fought the tiger fiercely. With a gentle wave of her hand, the two beasts instantly returned to the cloth. It turned out she was the only disciple of the embroidery sage. What she used was a long-lost needle technique. Once the needle touches the cloth, the embroidery comes alive. Seeing the embroidery sage's sleeve torn, the girl immediately stitched a little panda for her. Then she heard the sage say her parents had called looking for her. She left right away to return the call. At that moment the CEO arrived with lavish gifts, saying he created a luxury brand called Stitch Realm, and wanted the sage to join him. But the sage refused, saying she was too old. Yet the CEO couldn't take his eyes off the double-sided embroidery. He offered $500 million on the spot, but was immediately rejected, because the work was done by the girl, and was therefore worthless. Suddenly the CEO noticed the panda on the sage's sleeve. It was identical to the one on his own handkerchief. His eyes widened in shock. He instantly recalled a childhood memory. When he was bullied and comforted by a strange girl, she had handed him an embroidered handkerchief. He had treasured it ever since. Over the years he kept searching for the girl, swearing to marry her someday. Remembering her superb embroidery skills, he became convinced she was the sage's disciple. He immediately asked to meet her, but just then he got a call. His grandma was gravely ill and demanding he marry at once. He had no choice but to leave in a rush. At the same time the girl left with her luggage, because her family had arranged a marriage for her. The next day both were forced to the marriage office. They disliked each other at first sight. The CEO's assistant handed her a prenup. It stated they were only marrying by agreement, couldn't interfere in each other's lives. The marriage must stay secret. Breaking the terms would cost $100 million. The CEO sneered and accused her of manipulating his grandma, and said he was marrying her against his will. He then admitted he already had someone he loved, and told her to give up on him. The girl immediately clapped back, then signed the agreement without hesitation, and turned to collect the marriage certificate. Afterward the CEO threw her a card worth $1 million, mocking that this was all she was worth. The girl coldly threw it on the ground. The CEO had no idea. She was the girl he'd been searching for all these years. To prove herself, she entered the National Embroidery Contest, hoping to surpass the embroidery sage in one shot, but was told all slots were already taken by major brands. So she joined the new Stitch Realm company, only to be bullied by a scheming woman who liked the CEO. The girl declared boldly, if she was second no one dared claim first. The schemer was instantly provoked, and challenged her to a face-off. The silk-splitting battle began. The schemer had trained 10 years to split one silk thread into 16 strands. Everyone praised her for her masterful technique, but the girl just blew gently on a thread, and it split into 128 strands. The entire room was stunned, because it was the legendary breath-splitting technique. Only top-level masters could do that. The schemer refused to admit defeat, thinking she could beat the girl in other skills, so she forced her to stay on as her assistant. Soon after Stitch Realm was challenged by a rival team. They aimed to steal their competition spot by winning the match. The schemer confidently accepted the challenge, but the girl saw right away they would lose. Their opponent had ranked top 10 in the previous competition. The schemer had no chance.